Do you think we're long past the golden age of gaming? Let's talk about that. I've been a gamer for a couple of decades, and looking at the recent games, while there were some good ones that were released, the volume of good games is just much smaller than what we saw 15 or even 30 years ago. So what could be the problem? Let's maybe take a look at the broader picture of technology as a whole. So here's an example. I have a mobile phone that I bought at least 5 to 7 years ago. My wife bought a new phone recently, and it's virtually the same. The camera is a bit better. Nothing else is different, really. And the same goes for game graphics. Yes, there have been games that have been released recently that look really amazing. Resident Evil Requiem is one of them. But really, Witcher 3 from 10 years ago looks great as well. Go back even more, there are games that look just fine. I don't think anyone's complaining about graphics, really. The problem is more with the gameplay. I think there's just recently not that much innovation. So where does this all come from? The theory I have is this golden age theory. I think in Civilization 5, if you get like a great person, a great artist, they can trigger the golden age. And for 10 years, you have a lot of prosperity. And after that, you go back to the mundane growth, right? I think something like that has happened in the gaming industry and maybe technology as well, right? We just lost the great people, and we still have them. There's still great games coming out, but as I said before, just not that many, right? And I feel like that something like that has happened everywhere, really. Technology is not moving forward. The games are not really moving forward. Graphics are not moving forward. I think we just lost a lot of talent. People retired, stopped making games. There used to be a lot of great gaming visionaries, and you basically knew them by name, right? So let's say John Romero, Will Wright, Warren Spector, Sid Meier, many others, right? Do you know any names of video gaming developers from the recent games that were released? No, not really. This has become an industry. It's making a lot of money, so the incentives are different. Yeah, times have changed. There are many exceptions, of course. I mean, some of the recent games I've loved playing, like Expedition 33, I've already mentioned Resident Evil, many others that are great, but it's not that many. I mean, 20 years ago, I think my favorite gaming year was 2007. There were a ton of awesome games that came out back then. Crysis came out then, Stalker 1, many others. And then you go back to like 2004 where Half-Life 2 came out, and you go back even further. All of those years had like at least 20 games that were just absolutely amazing, right? And this year we got maybe 2 really great games. Last year we got maybe 3 great games. The volume is just lower. So many people, including myself, and this is what this channel is all about, is playing a lot of older games, right? Finding new old games I haven't played. Like, you saw my Total Annihilation review. An RTS game I somehow flew by me. I haven't played it until this year, which is insane. Although I'm a huge RTS fan. So there's a huge catalog of amazing games out there that were released 15, 20 years ago that are just great, and many of them are just revolutionary, right? And I've been replaying lots of PlayStation 2 classics as well. I mean, I'm playing old games like there's this horror game Kuon, which is just mind-blowing, right? There's nothing like that out there. And there are also games that came out back then. It was just a product of the time, right? Like there's a PlayStation 2 game called the X-Files Resist or Serve. Nobody's going to make a game like that anymore. Or Obscure. Obscure was an amazing horror game. Need for Speed Underground, it's great. It's best racing game ever released. Need for Speed Most Wanted as well, right? I'm replaying those classics. There's absolutely no reason for me to play one of the recent Need for Speed games that released. So yeah, I mean, just my unfiltered thoughts. I feel like Golden Age has passed us. So I hope I'm wrong, right? There are some good games that I'm waiting for, but many of them are remakes, right? I mean, we just got some awesome RTS remakes. Dawn of War 1. It looks great. It plays great. Basically the same gameplay. It just looks a bit better. And you saw some of my shorts on, I use RTX Remix to make the graphics look better. I do that on Need for Speed Underground because that game has perfect gameplay. Yeah, but still, there are some games that are coming out. I have a huge wish list as well, and I think some of them are going to be great, but it's just not that many. So yeah, I'll probably just spend most of my time still replaying old games. Having fun with that. And I think my backlog is just immense, and I'm pretty sure many of you feel the same right now. Do you think we're past the golden age? What was the golden age for you, right? So what kind of games did you play? I really want to know more about you. You guys have been great watching my shorts, my Total Annihilation review, leaving lots of comments. So it's amazing to see that. So tell me more. Like, what are your favorite games? When was the golden age of gaming for you? And if you like this, I'm gonna bring out more reviews, more shorts, more fun stuff. So yeah, if you feel like that's up your alley, then consider subscribing. Thanks for listening to my ramblings for 10 minutes. And share your thoughts in the comments. Bye, everyone.